You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready?
So Bud wants a new picture up there. Gonna have to do something funny for it. How you doing tonight, Dominic?
All right, yourself?
Good. So how'd your training go last week? Good?
Yep. Just waiting for a certificate.
Yep. Now Bud can say, now Dominic can save your life.
Yeah.
Yep, he's legit. Warren likes dancing Benjamin. So let's get in and say hi to everybody.
Yep.
Look at Warren's claimed his place here. How you doing, Warren? My wife, my number one supporter. Yes, I'm glad they show up. Remember when they used to show up messed up on the screen here? The emotes? Yeah. Good to see some fixes there. It's nice. Brian's in the house. How you doing, Brian? Never too early to lurk. Never too early. And Jody's in the house. How you doing, Jody? Glad to have you here. Yep. Wonder if anybody's been out flying at all this. Bill Walton, how you doing? Bill, glad to have you here. Wishing your spouse a speedy recovery. And Nightbot. I keep telling myself I got to go in and adjust Nightbot settings. I just never do it. Oh, Dominic's on the phone. He's got a phone call. Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not on the phone.
So let me ask you a question. You've been able to fly at all this past week?
I did a couple circles around 2 new construction sites, and then I flew this afternoon, which hopefully you can show it this afternoon. But our weather, like I think everybody else from where I live east, has been crap.
Yeah, we had a nor'easter over this past week.
Wind, cold, no rain. All right, here, before we get started, so as you introduce, or you can't read the names, but as you introduce everybody, I write down their screen name or their YouTube name and then their first name. So I've got pages full. That way I know who the heck I'm talking to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now Bud will be making the community chart now for names.
Yeah.
I'll post a link to a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and feel free to fill it in for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been getting rain and wind. It's been actually cold, man. This sucks. I want the warm weather. I want to get out there. We got a new vehicle coming soon. 11 more days, and then we're going to be able
What do you got? What's coming?
Got a Chevy Malibu. A 2024 Chevrolet Malibu.
Yeah. Can lay some rubber with that.
Not really. It's just got decent gas mileage, and just we need more trunk space, basically.
Ashley packs that much stuff.
Get one more.
No comment.
Yeah, even during the trip when we got the Nissan Rogue, we had to reorganize like twice, 2 or 3 times because we had a lot of stuff with us. Yeah.
This is why I drive a Suburban.
Oh yeah.
We go on a 2-week vacation and it's full.
Yeah, a pickup truck is nice too with a covered bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the way to go. So what do you guys? So I haven't really been watching a lot of live streams. I've been busy the past couple of weeks. So what's been going on with the Mavic 4 Pro? Is there a good reception in the community or what?
There's been a number of videos. I watched them as they came out, and I must say, walking into the DJI shop the day before, they didn't want to talk about it because I got an email saying that, oh, yeah, it's going to be launched tonight because it was 10 p.m. our time by the time it got through. I said, well, I've just got the email. Can you tell me? Oh, we don't know much about it. So I go back the following day and spoke to them, and they had a demo model, and believe me, it looks like a fantastic piece of kit, I reckon.
Okay, so you bring up a good point. We cannot get the Mavic 4 or whatever it's called
Yep.
because of tariffs and DJI, yada yada. But
Yep.
you can get them readily available,
I'm not sure if it's readily available.
but they're available.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I basically went in there and they had one in stock.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if they've actually got it for sale, but they did have a demo model, so to speak. And because the shop that they have has got a little cage in it where you can actually fly it.
Oh,
It was
really?
only what
Oh, cool.
3 foot, but they did enough to just hover.
I have to say something too. I've heard kind of both sides. I've heard a lot of people who like it, and I've heard people that not necessarily that they dislike it, but they just, hey, how you doing, Michael? That they just think like it's not really necessary. Like the Maverick 3 is fine. But I think what DJI has done here is actually done something quite unique. One, they completely changed up their controller. I really like the way
Yeah.
they changed the screen up now. And on top of that, a lot of people saying, how good of the footage do you really need with you got the Mavic 3? Okay, so, and I said this before, I said, yeah, we're at the point where I think the footage is really good and so good that they should be focused on features of the drone. I said this before. And this is exactly what they've done. They're experimenting with things. So while not everything, some things may seem kind of, novelty, like the spinning or infinity gimbal that they're talking about. But for me, I think it gives you new ways to use your drone to get your videos exactly how you want them. So I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, but I think that this is the right direction. What features can we add to improve the quality of life with the drones? Better obstacle avoidance. The pinpoint precision of the return to home feature here is incredible. You see the video of that; it's in something else. So that's going.
The other thing that I thought, actually having to look at it, I like the Infinity gimbal, but at the same time, it might be just a bit of a gimmick that'll run out. But it has a more sleek design in terms of the way the camera is actually fitted. And I think that's a huge benefit because you can actually move it at certain angles.
Yeah.
Now,
And
any
the spinning of it when you actually move the screen sideways, it actually moves the gimbal sideways as well. So I think that's doing that sideways thing.
Hey, Jerry.
Any idea what it weighs compared to the other drones that are out there?
I think they said it was 1,045 grams.
I
don't know what that is in pounds.
It was slightly heavier than the Mavic 3.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks, a little more
150,
massive.
I think it was. 150 grams, which is what? I don't know the conversion rate.
The thing is, it's a bigger drone. Its profile's much bigger, but those really can the sound. It's quieter, and you cannot just normally sometimes you'll watch those videos. You're like I can't really tell. They both sound loud or whatnot, but you can really even just watching a video of it hear the difference in the sound.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
As I said, when I took it, I thought it was a very, very interesting. A very interesting look and a very interesting feel.
Yeah.
It felt very solid too.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat wants to show a video tonight, drop the link in the chat and I'll be showing some viewer videos later, so you got time if you want to drop some links there. Sorry about that, Dominic. Go ahead.
No, I'm actually looking up the differences in weight. So, okay, 910 grams, which is the Mavic 3 Pro, is just a little bit over 2 pounds. And I'll probably do it in ounces if you want. It's 32 ounces. And when you add it, it just adds probably, I think, a couple of ounces. So it's 1045.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 4.5 ounces heavier.
Yeah. And I think the fact that it's a pain in the ass to get in the United States right now is just, sucks. But yeah, you have fun with what you got for sure. I guess again, to some people it'll be novelty. Some people might like the aspect that the 6K at 60 frames a second sounds good because you can capture a big area and crop. So if you're a person who likes to edit a lot and crop your videos to get them just right, then 6K at 60 actually is a viable option because you get more detail in there, more area.
Yeah.
So, and I think a good selling point there is the 100 megapixel camera on there. That's 100 megapixels is something else.
Well, just how large is a 100 megapixel picture? Jeez, that's got to be
Big.
huge.
Yeah, well, I seen an advertisement for it, and it was this shot of like a mountainous region with the lights coming down on it, and they cropped in 2 different times from one photo, and it just looks phenomenal.
All
Really,
right.
really good. Hey, Joel, how you doing?
Hi, Joel.
And Warren says, does the Mavic 4 Pro have any kind of ND filters?
It will.
They will. They were talking about the electronic one, but they don't seem to be able to get it to work properly.
Wait.
They're working on the mechanical ones.
Wait, you said electronic? So through the camera you can electronically add an ND filter? ND filter?
That's what I've been told. You can actually just
really?
change the
So what I saw, and I saw a video where they had this attachment that goes on the camera itself.
Yeah.
And when it attaches to the camera, it's a I don't know how to explain the screen, but it changes its intensity, I guess I would say. So it's a weird system. I don't know enough about it to speak on it, so I'd be giving you.
Me neither, but I've just seen a few videos on it.
Yeah,
but
it's just slightly darkens it.
It's electronic, so you control it through your controller on.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
God. Yeah, and Jerry says he flew in full sun this afternoon and didn't have to find shade to see the screen. Yeah,
they're talking 2,000 nits.
Wow.
Well, I think Jerry's talking about the Air 3S though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, maybe he says I wanted the controller and got it a few days ago to use. Huh. Oh, so yeah, I guess he bought the controller and yeah, nice. All right,
because the controller works with the Mini 4. The Air 3S and the Mavic 4.
Well, at least that's something they're doing smart. They're releasing controllers that you can use on multiple drones.
Yeah, and I find it funny that the controller is the same price as the Mini 4.
Yeah.
Great.
Wait, really? The controller is the same price as the Mini 4?
Basically, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Bud needs a drink.
Yeah. After that, after hearing that,
Morgan Spice rum and a Cuba Zero Sugar Coke for tonight. So I hear that. Yeah, nice. That's awesome. I really do like what they did with that. So So to the people who will say that, it's whatever they have to say about the Infinity gimbal, I think that DJI is moving in the right direction.
Oh, definitely.
Just because
I think
really the camera quality.
The only thing that I had, and I only held it for like 2 minutes, is the getting the screen on the right angle.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to holding it at about a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
So trying to get that 45-degree angle right, but trying to get your fingers on the stick so you can actually see the sticks itself.
Oh,
it's
hey,
stuck
Maria,
in a little bit.
Better.
Oh no. Get well soon, Maria.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, you're in the same kind of thing I was. It's funny when you get something. You finally got your Mavic 3, right? And then
Yeah.
not long after, you're holding the Mavic 4, and you're probably seeing yourself, I just got my Mavic 3 not too long ago, but you're not mad either, right? Because the Mavic 3 is
Well, 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 I don't need it yet, but having looked at it
Hi,
and
Steve.
seeing and reading about what's going on, I can see there's a great need for it in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, Ron's been hitting that FPV like crazy. He's got the bug.
Oh my god! Yeah, I gotta go. I got my batteries are charged. My goggles are charged. Yeah, I'm going FPV in tomorrow. I just got to find the right spot.
By the way, you said I think you were going to get some more work done to your bridge in your yard. Did you get that work done?
I did. Go to YouTube and look out. I hit it and watch my video or bring it up. I hit a tree. It's only 24 seconds long, but I walked over my new bridge and the DJI Flip somehow sucked itself up. It did no damage, but somehow sucked itself up into a tree branch and just sat there screaming.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
And there's a swear word at the very end, so I don't know
Oh,
if you want
okay.
to mute it.
Really?
I don't know if you can find it. It's only 20 seconds long.
We're mostly family friendly, but yeah.
Where's Ben? Is he hiding?
Ben's tired. He went to sleep already.
Oh, good. Then yeah, you can play it.
Well, I'm actually right now. I'm going to play your Spin Around Oswego. For now. Again, if you have a video that you want to share, leave your link in the chat. We're going to show some videos. Bye, Maria. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be meeting up with Maria soon. It's going to be great.
I meet her on June 22nd. She's coming through Oswego.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it. And I hope she brings me my Totally Films. Yeah, there we go. This is where I live, folks.
Nice. Bud, you're pushing 1,000 subscribers.
I know. Getting there. That's the Fox River there in the background. The white thing in the background is the Gulf Dome. There's a storm coming in.
I feel like I'm at the Echo Club.
We do have some trees in this town.
They look by the lighthouse.
Yeah, there's the lighthouse. All right. Tell Gary I have. Stop it, Warren. There's the Methodist Church.
What's this over here?
Cell tower. Middle of nowhere. There's the apartment building that nobody's renting. There's the building with a restaurant that's closed. Now I'm going to do a flight down Main Street. Granted, it's Sunday and most of the stores are closed, so there's our beautifully painted silos.
So when you have the drone up there and you just spin it around 360, that's kind of how I fly when there's a group of people around. I want to fly over them, so you just put it up in the air and spin around.
I'm actually sitting on my back deck, way below ground level, and I had full signal strength. Even with all these buildings, the Mini 4 Pro. I mean, the technology is amazing. But I was looking to see how many of my golf buddies were down at the bar.
No, he wasn't, but looking for his mailman for his next accessory.
Yeah.
He's hunting down the postal service.
All right, so this is the library that I'm flying at. I'm going to drop the camera and that's our veteran memorial. Should have got a little closer, but I was just glad to get out and fly.
Nice video,
Yeah,
bud.
download my I hit a tree video. It's only 20 seconds long. It's hilarious. But you'll see my new bridge.
You hit a tree video. Is it a short or is it one of...
Oh, no, it's a regular, widescreen, but it's only like 20 seconds long. Maybe 24, I don't know.
Oh, fly into a tree. I see it now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to share it now. And this is with the flip.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
heard
I'm-
obstacle avoidance there.
Yeah, I'm on my phone, and you can hear
Why is
me
the dust
chit
pan
chat.
there?
Oh, you
So
got the mic hooked up too, huh?
That's my new bridge.
Nice.
And that's a cigarette, not a joint.
That's still quite impressive.
And then it sucks into the
Shit.
tree.
Impressive.
No damage, no props, nothing. I mean, I had to dig it out of the tree and flip it upside down, and it shut off.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
But how the phone picks up your voice, and then you got to the flip is probably. I know. I'm going to work on that, Jerry.
So let me ask you a question. So you had the mic hooked up. Now, what is that? Is that
No,
through the app?
no. It was the phone. I had the DJI Fly app on, and I had the phone in my hand, and I was talking. Now, when I do the golf video, I'm going to have a mic, on, and hopefully I get better, audio. But yeah, let's see what Steve's got.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get caught up with the chat here.
Until Warren.
Bud is now abusing trees.
Okay, Warren, I will track you down and I will find you. No, what's that guy say? I will find you.
Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, and Taken. I have
I
a
will-
particular set of
I will
skills.
find you and I will something you.
That's a great movie, by the way.
Mm.
Yes.
I also have a video from Jeff Norman to share in a bit.
Yes.
Another
Very
wonderful
cool
video.
All right, I'm gonna share. This was Steve's video, right? Yeah, there we go. Prospect Hill.
God, look at see. He's got mountains. I don't have mountains.
He doesn't
Man,
have
it's
a
up
bridge
the
right
tree.
now.
I have a tree. Yeah.
Listen, when you have a bridge in your yard, you can't complain.
I have two.
I put a
I
drawbridge
don't.
at the end of it.
I don't have a bridge in my yard.
Yeah, look at that. It's not gorgeous. Vermont farmland. Oh, there's Dre. Hopefully the audio works this week.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the audio to work this week.
I gotta get out there. Come harass you guys. Very good, Steve.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh, Dre's in the house. How you doing, Dre?
Good, okay. You guys hear me
No.
okay?
Oh,
No. You
Same
still got
thing.
Same thing last week.
Is it too hot?
whoa.
Sounds like a
Something's
giant.
vibrating.
He came in trying to break our glasses. That's what he's doing.
We had this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you still
Yeah,
got
2 weeks ago we had this problem.
It sounds like his microphone's trying to fax us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Now
hear it
talk.
now. It's gone now.
While Steve's
Go on.
watching,
Now talk.
while
Okay,
Steve
how's it sound now?
Jeanette
Yeah.
is watching.
There we go. How you doing, Dre?
I'm trying to figure out my audio.
Much better.
Yeah. Now just need a bit of volume.
Yeah.
Just need some volume.
Yeah.
Not me or I don't know.
Trey is back.
We finally
I had
got
to come
him.
in here and find out who are you fussing at about their grass.
I don't think your microphone is what's picking up the audio. Is it the headphone microphone that's picking up your voice?
Let me check. Is it-
Nope.
Oh,
It's the same.
same.
Let me do something here. Let me get my act together on my end.
At least you got rid of the telegraph sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I don't know what that is. I really don't.
Hey, RJ posted a video too.
Oh,
RJ's got one.
all right. Ron's got a video. Thank you, Ron. Dre, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while, brother.
Well, I tried to come in last week and my audio was messed up, so I didn't want to interrupt the show and stuff. So that's why I came in this week to see how it worked out. So I guess so far so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I still don't know what I did. This is it when you start hitting buttons and whatever else, and it just works.
Mm.
Hey, Dre, I don't know what I'm doing either, so we're
Yeah.
equal.
Well, I guess that's part of being old, you know. You just
Hello?
But I had to come in and ask you, dude. Who were you fussing about the grass, dude? That cracked me up.
Say what?
You put on a clip the other day. I don't know if it was on Facebook, whatever, and you were telling somebody about this is unacceptable because there's grass near the guardrail.
It's my neighbor. We have a parade coming by tomorrow, and it looks like crap.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You think? Yeah, I mean, it's a rental, but you would think if you're the landlord, you would want to improve your property. But yeah,
Like I say, I pay my landscaper guy XYZ dollars a month to take care of all my properties. You know, because
I just buy my wife a new lawnmower every once in a while.
Well, I don't think that'll go over in my family. The wife.
Hey, Art, how you doing? Art's in the house also. So, all right, we're gonna show Ron's video here,
Bring it. Hey, Art.
and this one's called Lakeside Chillin'. Already like it because it's an island.
I already like it because I have nothing like this.
Beautiful shot.
Now, look at that.
Imagine you're filming that and you're capturing someone burying a body or something out there.
I'd be searching for bikini bodies. God. Do we know where this is? No description.
Yeah, he's getting used to the lake again. It's almost close to mating season.
Look at that.
This is great.
Got rolling hills, mountains, islands, beautiful water. Illinois sucks.
This is my kind of place.
Yep.
It's in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Cool. Parksville Lake, something, Tennessee. Thank you, Ron. Oh, okay, and there's a trip to the hospital for me riding one of those. Dang, they're scooting.
It's almost closing time at the bar.
Yeah.
There's a last one nearby, isn't it?
Good comment, Paul.
Brian says how many were conceived on that island.
Yeah, but look at the waves. The one guy on the left looks like angel wings coming out.
This is Thomas, the little engine that could.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun though.
Never rode one.
Shots like that is where I like using the active track.
Yeah. That is one cool lake, man.
Oh,
Very
look at that.
water's nice and clear. Dang. Yep. Return to home. Good one.
Great video.
That was good.
That's funny. No, it's all good. It's fun. And I find that trying to do the active track over water messes up a lot. The waves and the water really screw up the whatever it is, the tracking.
So what? The reflection off the water freaks the drone out?
Yeah, sometimes it only happens over water. Like if I'm trying to do a spotlight of something over the water,
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll be in the flight path and the locked location just seems to move.
Really?
Yeah, but it usually happens over water.
Water. It's
Water.
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 Not water. Dre, you live in
How you
California,
doing?
right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you say water?
Water.
Thank you.
Water.
Stay out of it, Doc.
There's a T in there.
Water.
I know those New
Water.
England folks think it's a D, but it's a T.
Thank you.
Water. Give me a cup of water.
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 All
Now,
right.
do you take a picture or a picture?
Picture.
Thank you.
We take a photo.
Oh, fine. Be that way, Paul.
That didn't work out the way you wanted it to, did it?
Well, I take a photo.
Yeah. All right, so Jeff Norman wasn't able to join us tonight, but he shared a video. So I'm going to play that now.
Very cool one.
Always.
Wander, Las Vegas.
I'd love to go see this dome thingy. Oh, you did a good job, RJ. Corner to corner. Downtown Las Vegas is amazing.
Yeah.
Jeff's making quite a bit of a spot for himself there.
Yeah.
Because I know he's from New York area, so I
Yeah.
guess he has family in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I like night shots at cities like this. Is just really cool.
Well, and the thing is, what I believe is Jeff visualizes the shot before he takes. He comes to a site and he visualizes how to capture it, and he does an excellent job at it. I want to see that thing so bad.
Yeah, watch. They'll put one in Chicago, and you still won't go see it.
Yeah. Well, there's too much violence in Chicago.
I agree.
Look at that site. My gosh.
I think I remember him talking about this, that I guess they had to contact the PD in advance.
Yeah.
So, because I guess Vegas, they have some kind of scanner system that as soon as you launch, they know it.
Yep. Yeah, he talked about it last week
Yeah.
when you unfortunately, or 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
when you unfortunately had your audio issues. That
Right. Yeah,
he's
I
got to
remember
jump.
talking about it.
Yeah, he's got to jump through some hoops, but he gets, clearance to fly, Clarence.
Yeah, I think he flies under somebody else who has one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean,
Look at
like I said,
that.
the strip itself, like right there, that's zero grid.
Yeah.
So you got to get special permission from FAA to fly there.
This is why I don't like Jeff, because he takes really good videos. I hope he's listening. Love
Yeah,
you,
he
Jeff.
had plans tonight. He was out, so he wasn't able to make the show.
I mean,
Well, I didn't see your advertisement there, so I didn't know you were coming on.
Yeah, I try to come on every Sunday, but it's,
I know, but like I said, I know life happens and things come up. So I usually I see your advertisement of the show coming up. I didn't see one this weekend.
which is kind of funny because the advertisement for this show was up for the last 2 weeks.
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, because see what would have happened is last week if Dominic was able to make it, probably would have had the show. Dominic would have run it, but Dominic had a training last week, so which everything went great. He can save a life now, so that's good.
Yeah, I got my first aid certificate as well. So I've got a lot of certifications recently, so I'm doing well.
I think my wife did hers this morning or yesterday morning. She did her
All right.
annual one for teachers.
Yeah, your audio is really low.
Yeah, turn your volume up.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out because the mic, as it says I'm supposed to be using, is not working or shouldn't be working. How's it now? Still low?
I think it's a weird mic somewhere else. I don't think it's your headphones or that mic in front of you. Do you have another mic somewhere? Does your webcam have a microphone on it?
That's what I'm saying, the webcam mic.
That might be which one's picking up.
To go into the settings, it's not the one that's selected. So let me go ahead and see if it's selected. And
they'd be screaming at us.
I know, did it like high pitched, whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
Agreed, RJ.
Okay, yeah, it's using the Osbit.
Yeah, the music was actually, I believe he said use Maria Davis's track in there.
Yeah.
That's probably why I had the issues. Okay. Yep.
There you go, Dom. Jerry said congratulations.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have downloaded or listened to Mariah. God, I keep saying Mariah.
Mariah Davis.
Mariah Davis, yeah.
Her music, I mean, for me, when I'm mowing, it's just got such a nice, rhythm. I'm not a musician, but beat, whatever. Man, I nail my lines. I mean, they are perfectly straight. So, God bless her.
Yeah. I think I want to show one of my old videos I haven't watched in a while.
Please.
Yeah, let's do that. My North River video.
What? You can't fly the South River?
Nope, not at all.
Holy cow. Wow. Wow, cool. Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great video. I got nothing like this in Illinois.
I'm going to go back there this summer.
So I assume you have high tides and low tides come in and
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Nothing. We have nothing.
That's so cool right there.
Yeah. Hey, honey, guess where we're staying? Tell Warren to shut up. Hey, Warren, at least you know how to pronounce my name. Now, what drone were you flying?
Air 2S into the DJI FPV.
Okay. Tell you what, that Air 2S is still a strong drone. This is the original FPV.
Yep, the DJI FPV.
Sweet. Yeah, the quality. Hey, you're still quiet. Great. That is just some cool freaking. Bravo.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was fun. I actually almost crashed my FPV there. Was it doing a flip over the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was doing a reverse flip over the bridge, and I don't know.
You gotta come back and land it because your
I
hands
had
will freeze.
yeah. Afterwards, I was so shook I had to come back and land it because I was like shaking. My hands were like this. Yeah,
Understood.
but that's the adrenaline. The fun part is when you're flying and everything's going nice. You know. Oh, there's that sound again.
Is that me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So
It's very loud, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, we got a helicopter.
I feel like if I was Venom, I would be falling apart right now. So Dre, you were trying to say something at the end of the video. I didn't hear what you said.
No,
What
I was
was it?
asking you, did you have a GoPro attached to the top of your FPV?
No.
No, that was the FPV kit. Now, if you have great lighting, if it's really bright out, that camera does really well. Well, it paired well with the Air 2S. Trying to pair it with the Mavic 3, no, not so much. But
Okay.
yeah.
Because I know
Now,
a lot of folks are very disappointed about that drone because of the camera. And a lot of folks got the little adapter hood or whatever to put a GoPro on top and flew it like that.
Yeah. I think my take on that, I think, is really that I don't think that the FPV drone was really meant for the true FPV enthusiast. I think that the FPV drone was a way for a normal, everyday person to get into something with more
Sort of like
power
a
than a
gateway.
regular drone, and then
Yeah.
allowing them to make that leap if they wanted to.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for what I did with it, I did no complaints. Yeah, I have a blast. My favorite drone to ever fly.
Now, Dre, do you do FPV?
No, I haven't seen a need for it yet. I mean, it'd be like anything else. It's nice to have, but I haven't felt there is a calling for what I do to
Right.
use one. It's more towards, I can say, a cinematic type thing where you get different shots, different type of effects from it,
Gary.
and go from there.
Yeah, or because again, you fly drones for a business.
Right. Well, I fly. Like I say, part of my job at the city is flying a drone, and in my own side business. So, yeah. So
Yeah.
my stuff is basically for, like I say, when I fly for the city, is usually for department heads and elected officials,
Right.
that kind of stuff. But like I say, same thing with the jobs. I haven't came across any work that is I've been approached about asking me to do I have an FPV drone.
No,
Yeah.
Again, understood because
Yeah.
that's your living. Where I'm retired and retarded. I can't say that anymore. God, I'm sorry.
I'll be there in about another year and a half. Don't worry about it.
But for me, I have the Avata 1, or I guess they call it the OG Avata,
Uh-huh.
and the 2. And I mean, it's a whole nother experience. You put them goggles on, and you are the bird flying in the sky. I mean, but I understand. You do it for, that's how you earn your income flying this stuff.
Right.
Me, I'm just a drunk guy that likes to
Well,
fly.
And
like I
Warren's got
said,
a question for you in the chat.
Wait,
being in
Warren has a
business,
question for
you
me.
have to be flexible. So, like I said, I just have not been approached about doing that type of needing a drone to do that type of work.
Right.
To answer Warren's question, no, I don't have the Mavic 4 Pro. I don't the same thing. I don't see where it gives me something I don't already have to do the work I do.
Right. No. Yeah.
I think the Mavic 4 Pro is a great consumer drone. Like I say, it needs a couple more things to pique my interest to look at it. And I say for me, any drone I look at, it needs to have a mechanical shutter. So I feel like I can at least do other work with it. Without that mechanical shutter, it does not do anything for me.
How long until they stop putting new lenses on there, though, for work-related purposes?
Like I say, you have the Mavic 4 Pro, you have the Matrice 4E, which is the mechanical shutter, all that kind of stuff. And actually get the new thermal Matrice 4T. So DJI has learned, like I told people, I said the last complete drone they built was the Phantom 4 Pro. That consumers can love to fly, and it also was a workhorse in the commercial industry. Ever since that drone, everything's been piecemeal. It's either been consumer or you went enterprise.
All right. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Dre, what do you mean by mechanical shutter?
Okay, just like your regular cameras that you buy, your DSLRs, regular frame cameras, they have a mechanical shutter that makes it the shutter not smashes, but it clicks so fast that it freezes the picture.
Okay.
So the difference you have now is you don't get that we call edge motion blur that you can get, and that's why I tell people even sometimes when you're doing such work, you can have blurry shots because you're flying too fast. You can outfly the camera. And the same thing with ground cameras. You can spin around and out. That's why you get different effects, especially like racing. How you can get the car isolated, but everything else is blurred. That's a special technique to do that. Most folks do it by accident. Average people, but professionals know how to do that to where the speed of the shutter can be matched with the action that you're shooting. So the actual car itself is frozen, but everything else is blurred. Yeah. Usually it's like a portrait mode where you get the blur in the background, but everything else in front is solid and clean.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can tell I'm really illiterate on all of this.
Yeah.
I think,
Bud, your knowledge is just in another area that I would love to have, and that's actually on golf courses. You could probably throw me in a tailspin. Go around a putting green. You say, "Oh yeah, it's going to break this way." That's because the oak tree is in this different season.
I'll tell you one thing. The thing about the Phantom, I've seen one in person flying, and it was just after I got my Air 2S. Mm-hmm. And it's the weirdest looking drone because anytime I've ever seen a drone fly in, it's always been the traditional, how it looks, not this box flying through the air at an angle.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Paul, because the Phantom is the most recognized drone shape on the planet.
Yep.
Every sign, every country, if you see it, it's got the shape of a Phantom.
Yeah.
It is the Phantom shape from going back from Phantom 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the international symbol for drone.
All right, Dre. Or I can't get it right. All right, Dre.
There we go.
What was your first drone?
A Phantom 2.
Sweet.
Yeah. Phantom 2 that had a GoPro 3 attached to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Can you believe how far? Okay, I bought my Phantom 1 in March of 2014. No
Mhm.
camera, no nothing.
Right.
Strapped a GoPro 3 Plus on it, and the video sucked because it was wobbly like you wouldn't
Right.
believe.
Hmm.
But what we can do today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if you were. I don't think you were here earlier when I said it, and maybe you agree with me or not. But we're talking about the Mavic 4, and I know you're talking about the mechanical shutter for work. You want that. I
Hmm.
think that the Mavic 4 is more content creation kind of drone. Um, the different things you can do with it. I mean, Dobo did some crazy good things with it, and he's using it for whatever purposes he has. But I
Right.
think that drones. I think that the cameras are so good on them that I think that they're stepping in the right direction by innovating and trying different things now. I think this is the right direction.
Right.
Change.
Well, I did my show. I mentioned Doble's name about how he specializes in residential real estate work.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at his videos, less than 10% is with drones. The rest of his work is indoor, Sony FX,
Yeah.
gimbals related stuff,
Yeah.
and after that, it's all about sitting in the editing room and
Yeah.
putting it all together. His drone work is B-roll to show the larger community or the address or whatever the case may be. That's it. So technically, he could still be using a Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we really wouldn't know the difference.
Correct.
Because most of his work goes on social media and things of that nature. So we really wouldn't know the difference. And that's why I say that, the Mavic 4 Pro, it is a great drone for the consumer unless you are a commercial operator doing real estate. But I'm saying at that kind of price range,
Well,
that's why I say it needs a little bit more for that price range. Because right now you are definitely in a thermal drone price range.
Yeah.
Thermal drones start around $4,000. Okay, and going up. You can go get you a 3T, 4T for
Yeah.
about 4,500. And go up to my M30T over 10 grand, and then you got the big 350s that cost you. The drone itself only costs you about 12 grand, but then the camera payload costs you another 10 grand. So you're talking about 25 grand.
yeah.
Well,
So
it just
that's
goes
what.
to show how well drones complement because
Right.
Ken does an incredible job. He's a great editor, and he really knows not just the drone cameras. He knows just cameras in general. So he knows what he's
Yes.
doing, and you really see it in his work.
And
So
that's
it
why I
just goes
tell
to show.
people, if you're into residential real estate and you come from a photography background, you can excel because you're going to be using a lot of ground camera and with drones. So you'll know that color science, and blend them together, what fits together, all that kind of stuff. Uh, like I say, for what I do, color science doesn't mean squat. It's all about shooting, mapping work,
Right.
surveyor type work. The color science doesn't mean a thing. It's all about how accurate your maps are.
Yeah.
All right. So, question: when you're flying survey work, how are you flying that?
Most of the time, you're doing work for engineers and surveyors. Okay, uh, I'm on the process. I'm like the tail end of the process. They will sit there. They will design a KML file or a KMZ file, which is basically designing the lawnmower pattern that I'll fly.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's other aspects of that. Will the surveyor go out and set up ground control points? Is which basically what my drone will do. It'll fly the pattern, and I may be required to use RTK system with that. And then that RTK system can be verified by the ground control points that are on the ground.
Okay.
Or
Let's go back.
I can use straight RTK by itself. But having both is like a check and balance system.
So when you're flying this, what drone are you flying?
I've used everything from the Mavic Pro, Mavic 4 Pro version 1, all the way up to the Mavic 3 E I have now. They're all RTK compatible. Even though my M30T is compatible with RTK, it doesn't have the camera system on it that does good mapping.
All right. One more stupid question. How the heck did you get involved in this and flying drones?
Well, I
He was willing to work in the desert.
I was an inspector. Like I say, that's why I got my interest of being a construction inspector. And for the last, it's 2025? Last 15 years, Southern California has been on a building boom,
Yeah.
especially commercial warehouses. And that was part of my job to go out there and check these warehouses, verify stuff, make sure the underground drainage system was put in correctly. So here I am humping around 1,000 square foot facilities. Well, like I say, Bud, me and you in the same club when we get to age and hips and feet and knees and everything else.
Right.
I said, dude, there's got to be a better way, because all I was really doing was walking around taking pictures with a little cheap point and shoot camera.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I said, that's why I started learning about drones. I said, hey, I could do this with a drone, because most of my work is cataloging. Because when I come back out there, because my job was monitor the job while it's being built, but after it's built, I have to come back and do what we call a annual, especially for the drainage system, I have to come back and do an annual inspection. So guess what? If I'm doing 20, 25 different warehouses, you think I know where that drainage system is built underground at on all of them?
And if you notice, all the drainage systems from all those warehouses point away from his house. He's in charge of direction. He's like, I don't want him anywhere near my lawn.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Like I say, it was an excellent way for me to catalog all the systems that were put in at each location. And I can tell them from the day they started digging the trenches and everything else, laying the pipe or whatever they were doing for the systems, I can always go back and say, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. So with me, it was all about cataloging. That was the main purpose and function, was cataloging.
All right. Okay. So let's go back one step further.
Okay.
Where and how did you discover that a drone could help you?
Well, I could say talking with some of the bigger corporations that are out there who have their own pilots, that's how I started learning about it.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'm still the only drone pilot in my city, except for the police officers.
Dre just got tired of strapping the camera to a football and throwing it across the field.
Yeah. So that's
got to be a better way.
Thing is that even to this day, it was a job I created for myself.
That is such a cool story that you just told.
Yeah. So and believe me, my immediate supervisor, he didn't like it at first, but now, about time after a year after I was doing it, he loved it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't understand the benefit of it right away. And like I said,
right.
that goes back to, I started doing it for the city back in late 2019, early 2020. And
Sweet.
Now, like I say, I do a lot of shots for the city. Every project that we do, I get a call.
Sweet.
I need to go out here and check on this park project. What's going on this street rehabilitation? Let's go over here, do this, any capital improvement project and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I say, that's why I tell people, I said, don't be in a hurry to quit your 9 to 5. Figure out if this drone could be another tool that you can use what you already do. It is so much easier, and then you have that comfortability factor of having something already, and then you start branching out later on your own or whatever else.
You just said some great words. Use what you can find or use, Yeah. And you took advantage of the technology, and it helped everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the easiest and safest way to do it. I hear people all the time, hey, I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. I'm going to go fly drones. I said, dude, drone business work is feast or famine. You might be on a roll for a while, then all of a sudden it just dries up and there's nothing
Yeah.
coming through, and then now you say, what do you do then? You know.
Yeah.
No, that I tell you what, Dre, I'm extremely impressed with what you shoot and what you do. I'm a lazy guy, and you're out there doing it, man.
Oh, like I say, flying these drones makes me cover up my laziness.
Yeah. Well, Dre's always coming on and dropping knowledge when he's here, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
like I
are
say,
out
I
of
mean, a
time
lot
for
of
the
stuff
night.
I put out there, it may look like flying, glitzy and stuff like that. Like the bridge project I've been doing for the last 4.5 years. I've been doing that project.
Yeah.
Then when I come in right now, when I first start most of my videos, you see me flying right along the outer edge of the bridge. What I'm checking for is fall protection to make sure they have their proper fall protection, because we don't want nobody falling off the bridge.
Right.
That's an OSHA standard. So I'm flying the whole length of the bridge, making sure the fall protection is in place. You guys probably seen the last couple of videos where you see me walking on the bridge. So I verify the outside on the inside of fall protection, because now these guys are in the position now they're casting concrete in place, putting the concrete walls in place. So we got to make sure everything is done safely. So the bits and pieces I show, that's just me editing and like anything else.
And Dre's an aerial enforcer. Yep.
That's it. I'm out there doing a regular inspection to make sure everybody goes home.
Yeah. Important
that's
job.
what I'm saying. You can incorporate what you do work-wise, and it can serve as a little bit of entertainment and knowledge.
Yes. All right, Paul.
All right. Thank you so much, Dre. Dropping knowledge. Appreciate it.
No,
Right.
awesome.
So before we wrap up tonight, does anyone have anything they want to promote? Anybody? Go ahead, bud.
Well, I just want to thank Trey. Yeah, okay, Trey. How about Dre for his excellent? I mean, good God Almighty, he is using drone technology to better the world, and I thank you. For tomorrow, I thank. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. I thank all those that have served and left this world because they served. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Thanks again, Paul. Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks, bud. Dominic, got anything you want to share?
No, not really. I just want to thank Dre for actually coming on the show this week and being able to get everything right this time.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
You know what? And I can't explain how I did it, Dom. So that's just
Just a random thing, yeah.
Yeah, random thing,
Mystery, yeah. I want to remind everybody, mental health affects everybody in their own way. If you need help, reach out and get it. Don't do it alone. Reach out to your friends and family. If you can't get it there, reach out further. There are people who will listen. Thank you, Dominic, for making me full screen. I hope that you all have a great Memorial Day. I know that's a weird thing to say because of what it represents, but, be happy about the people that you're with and spend some time together and do something nice. And get out there and fly if you can, because we haven't been able to. So, yeah.
All right.
Oh, and be paying attention. We got a Northeast drone meetup coming up soon in a couple of months, so it'll be fun. So make sure you check that out. It'd be nice. And
Hey.
Maria Davis is coming up to the Northeast soon, so if you're interested in meeting up together, well, it'll be great too. Great weekend, everybody.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead, bud.
You didn't let Dre say goodnight.
Oh, you know what? I can just echo what you said. It's being a veteran myself. I've had to bury Marines who served in World War I, II, Korea, Vietnam vets during my time of serving in duty, and those who survived and came home and still were victims of those wars. Even though they made it back from the combat theater, and just like Paul talks about, mental health is very important. It can affect you for a lifetime. It's not something that you just get over. It's something that you have to learn to deal with and manage. And so, it affects a lot of people in a lot of ways. appreciate the time you have, appreciate your family as much as you can, because those are the folks that you're going to need the most than anything else. And now I know where Benji gets his looks. It ain't from his daddy.
And there we go. This is for you, Dusty. No bill. You wanted me to bend it? I removed it. Good night, everybody.